Hey YouTube, what is up? Today I'm going to show you how you can wire in subwoofers without having to take your car apart. And you won't have to rip apart your trim, you won't have to take out your stereo, you won't have to do anything. So here we go. Okay, to start off, so you'll see we have the subwoofers here, and back there, in this mess, I can't really get back there, I'll show you that in a second though, is where my amp is. So let's go see the amp. So disclaimer, your car will need to have one of these little doors. If it doesn't, you might have to drill a hole. So as you can see, we got my amp there. This is my remote wire, this is a ground wire for the high level input. And what we got back here is, you'll see, there's two 6x9s right there. Yeah, see, there. And the leads on them are exposed. So, a lot of amplifiers will have, man, if I can really show you guys, the cord's so tight. So you guys see that assortment of colored wires there? Focus, there we go. Yeah, you guys see that? That is the high level inputs adapter. A lot of amps come with those, however, if your amp doesn't have one, you can get an adapter for $5. And all you have to do is ground it, and then what you do is you wire the positives and negatives of one side of those up to the back terminals on your 6x9s, and that's how you get signal to the amp. So that just saved you a step. You won't have to rip out your stereo, and I mean, everybody knows on these newer cars, that is such a fucking challenge. You have this car, to take out the stereo, I've done it before. You have to take off the gear knob, take out the console, take out that little thing beneath it, take out the... You basically have to rip the entire console out of the car in order to just get to the radio. It's ridiculous. So to skip that step, you just use your amplifier's high-level inputs. Now, my remote wire, you can see... Oh, I didn't hide it. Well, you see here with this little piece of trim, you can just get a screwdriver, lift that up, and tuck it under, or if you just don't care. I forgot to do it there, but I did do it on the front there, as you can see. You can't even see the wire at all. Now you're probably thinking, well, what's the remote wire hooked up to if you couldn't get to the back of the stereo? I'm sorry about the sun, guys. So I'll show you. What you can do is you can go into your car's fuse panel, and you can pull out the, hold on, I gotta get mine. So you can go into your car's fuse panel here, and then just, here's a label for it. Find a fuse that is inactive when the car is turned off. So I hooked up to, this one right here. The 7.5 amp radio number 2. That's the one I hooked up to. I don't know what that is, but what I do know is that when the car is off, that's off too. So what I've done is I've gotten the wire and I curved it over one of the terminals of the fuse and then just smashed the fuse back up in there so that when the car turns on, it sends 12 volts over to this fuse, or 5 volts, whatever, doesn't really matter, over this fuse to whatever radio number 2 is. And it also puts power through this wire, 12 volt current, which runs through here, down there, and back to the amplifier. So yeah. And I mean, wiring up power to the amplifier is pretty, you don't really, I'll just show you what I did there too. As you can see, here's my positive and my negative. You don't have to go right to the negative of your battery, you can just actually hook your negative wire up to the chassis of your car because it's all grounded. So yeah, that's just a quick little video on how you can install a subwoofer without ripping your car apart. I personally don't like having subwoofers in cars. It's really, really boomy and kind of distracting, so this probably isn't going to stay here. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys.